So that's the way naturopathy and allopathy have so many differences inside. So saliva is a magical cure, and if there's any test to the body, how much nutrients you have and what is deficiency in your body, everything can be known through saliva, and also everything can be known through blood or anything like that. But what allopathy does is we scan and those waves just get inside our body and trouble us so much. So naturopathy is always better than allopathy. So now, coming to the point, I would like to speak about toxic junk food. So any kind of therapy, you give a medicine. The medicine has to work inside, isn't it? It's not that you keep giving medicines. It has to work inside. So it has to work inside. How will it work inside? The body should accept it, isn't it? The body has to accept your medicine. So how can it accept when it doesn't have toxins which resist the medicines? So what are those toxins? Different kinds of toxins. They are like, you see, your biscuits, chocolates and pizzas, burgers, what all is there outside. They just keep marketing it. So that is what is the most dangerous thing of all. And that one, there are so many chemicals, preservatives, emulsifiers, and so many colors, artificial colors, natural colors, they say, but it's not at all natural. Then all those things they put in our biscuits, chocolates, and these are all called junk food. So this one, when junk food enters our body, it's really bad for us. And then toxins keep building up inside our body, and finally the medicines are not at all helpful in anything, nor whatever you give and anything. So first, what we're supposed to do is detoxify our body, remove all the toxins. For that, we have to stop your junk foods. And then from this side, yoga is also very helpful, and other therapies that you're doing is very helpful. But if you do the therapies along with junk food, then that also is not that helpful. Though it may show some improvements, the full help to get out of any disease is not shown. You have to just remove all junk food from your diet. So now, what junk food must be removed from our diet, what must be eaten and what must not be eaten, and what has what chemical and what does the chemical cause, each chemical, and why are they harmful, I should explain. So starting with milk, sugar, salt, and so many things. Milk, sugar, salt, jaggery, and all these things, they are also dangerous. So all of these things, they are put in our biscuits, chocolates, and such things. So which kind of milk, which kind of sugar, which kind of jaggery? It's not that milk, sugar, jaggery, everything is wrong. There are two kinds of milk. A1 kind of milk and A2 kind of milk. So A1 kind of milk is very dangerous. They call it A1 because they thought it was a better kind of milk. So A1 milk, okay, I shall just talk about the God factor, which says that faith is important, surrender is the key, and truth will automatically unfold. So now coming back, milk. So there are two kinds, A1 milk and A2 milk. So A1 milk and A2 milk is very dangerous, as A2 milk is better, but A1 milk is not, because A1 milk, they thought it was a better milk because it came from their kinds of cows. Those foreigners thought it was better because their cows are the Jersey cows and the Russian breeds, so many other. So those cows gave lots of milk, so they call it A1 milk. But now recent researches and many other symptoms after drinking this milk are very disastrous, and you get schizophrenia and so many diseases. Like arteriosclerosis and autism and so many more diseases are given by this. So A1 milk is disastrous, and because it's a bit cheap than A2 milk, they just take the A1 milk and add it in chocolates, dairy milk, this, that. And A1 milk, mostly, maybe Jersey cows that are there in villages are not infected that much, but the ones that dairy milk chocolates and so many other chocolates use, those dairy companies, it's a disaster story. They had RBHG growth hormones which have been banned in full of Europe and not in USA, because USA is third most violator of food. Only Europe is trying to ban now, but that RBHG hormone has not been banned in India also, only in Europe. And the disastrous causes of this is IQ reduction, cancer, diabetes, and many more diseases. So all this is put in your A1 kind of milk. Then comes A2 kind of milk, which is Amrita or nectar. That comes from our Nati Hasus or the Hallikar breeds and such good breeds. They give us Amrita kind of nectar, and we also worship those kinds of cows because they contain all the 33 million gods in them. And you see Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Indra, Yama, Rudra, Agni, and so many gods according to Hindu philosophy. So that's why we worship the mother cow. And the second thing is she gives nectar. But this one kind of cow is artificially grown. It is like grown like a machine. It just looks like a machine and looks like sometimes people mistake it for a buffalo also. You see, so that kind of a cow, it does not give any good thing and gives us poison. So because A2 milk is now there, before it used to be everywhere. When you read the Bhagavata Katha, in that also it is there that the cows were everywhere and giving milk so much that there was an island in the midst of milk. But now they are only these cows and they are very less A2 protein giving cows. Only in some remote villages. So I found one remote village like that where there is a cow and we get milk from there. But that cow is very rare and not that much there because they just are exporting it and killing it, slaughtering it and using it for meat and such purposes nowadays and leather and all of that. And this cow, the A1 cow is so dangerous and only that is being used nowadays. So what the companies do is they use the A1 cow and they make all the products. So then coming to the eye part, most of us are infected with so many eye disorders. No, just a second. The sugar, salt and such things are also added in our biscuits, chocolates. So coming with sugar is refined sugar. So there are two kinds of sugar. Sugar, jaggery, all these are not fully banned. Only the second kind of sugar, the refined sugar is very bad. As that sugar, when the sugar cane is taken in, it's stripped off of all its nutrients and the nutrients get out like essential nutrients like calcium, iron and so many nutrients are just stripped off of the thing in the process. So when that happens, and they process it, at the time when all these nutrients are stripped off, when the sugar enters our body, at that time what good does it do? Instead it does bad. So what it does is, now when the nutrients, the proteins, the carbohydrates, the nutrients, proteins are stripped off, then only carbohydrates is left. So those are called raw carbohydrates without the help of any protein or vitamin. So now what does the carbohydrate do? It's just empty carbohydrate. It's called empty calorie, empty carbohydrate. So what this does is, it just goes inside our body and it will get inside the adipose fat tissues, because our muscles, you see, they need vitamins, they need so many other things. So they need all of that. If we don't have all of that and only the carbohydrates are entering, then what happens? When only the carbohydrates are entering, the muscle doesn't accept it, and nor does the other tissues of our body. Instead, it all gets inside the adipose sites or the fat cells. You see, they are like this, and then it all gets inside those cells, and that's how people become fat and are diabetic patients, most of the people, and then so many other diseases like like blood pressure thickens blood also. So many diseases. Sugar keeps circulating around the body, and all these diseases are caused by refined sugar, and this is added in all of your biscuits, chocolates, and sometimes in the most highest percentage. How do you know how much of percentage? Because FSSAI of India has not required to state the percentage. Has not required the companies to state the percentage of how much they are adding. Like sugar percentage, how much have you added? They don't need to mention them. Just do whatever you like and just fix it inside, because we just want taste. Indians, we Indians are going there and taste and foreign trends, and so we feel like that. So just go on with that kind of tradition. So FSSAI is also okay with it because of brides and everything is going around. and finally the chocolate comes to the market. So that's how it is. So mishri, instead of this refined sugar, you have to use kallu sakkare or mishri. It's a kind of a rock sugar, and this is very good. You can use it in all your sugary items, and you can make it at home. So next comes the salt. This comes in all your Lays and all the kinds of chips you may love the most, and all of these things they add refined salt. It is also called as table salt, and it's become a very disastrous trend now. So this kind of salt actually contains many things like fluoride and sodium bicarbonate, that is soda, and that is very dangerous for our body also, because that is an artificial quantity and high quantities sometimes, and also contains high amounts of potassium iodide. Iodized salt is what we sell nowadays. It's healthy and such things. No, that is in high quantities of potassium iodide can kill the body. It's just poisonous, toxic amounts of potassium iodide. So when that one is added, it's totally bad and get goiters. So there should be a half in the middle. It should be the iodide content. Iodine content should be in the middle, not too much, because that is also very dangerous, and not too less also. That is also dangerous. But what companies use too much, and then when the salt gets in, thyroid glands actually are resistant to it, and that's why they get deficient to iodine. Too much iodine the thyroid can't consume. So what happens is, then you get a goiter. And then other diseases, acidemia, hypertension, heart disease, liver problems, kidney malfunction, and so many diseases, and thyroid malfunction, so many diseases are caused by salt. And then if we are not able to use salt, then how can we eat our food? The first reason, how will we get the essential vitamins like iodine, and how can we get the vitamins